today's topic, we're doing Sunday Talk featuring the family. And I'm just gonna switch it over to my kids so that they can introduce themselves and we can get this topic started. Over here to my far left,
Yanni.
all right, and okay, and over here to my right.
Your boy's fast, man. You know that. Your boy's fast.
Okay, guys, so today we got this fun topic. So we're doing Millennium versus Gen Z on relationship, music, and lifestyle. So I'm gonna start it off with the questions. We already came up with the topics, and I'm gonna hit this right up. All right, so the first topic is gonna be relationships. Is relationship easier or harder in these day and ages? I'm gonna let the kids start off, and then I'll, end it. So, Yanni, is relationship easier or harder in these day and ages?
Well, it's harder because back in the day, love, was real and whatever. Nowadays, people or females or whatever you go by, whoever you like, they lie, they cheat, and you can't have a relationship with no trust.
Do me a favor and say lie 2 times.
They lie. Don't forget that. They lie. They say they love you and then they do shit behind your back, and it's not.
So why do you think females in this generation lie and cheat? What do you think it stemmed from?
Maybe past relationships, or maybe trauma too. That's a big thing. Maybe they went through trauma and they seen their parents do it, so it just affected them.
Okay, so fair to say you think it's harder in these days?
Very
All
hard.
right, so Jazz, what you think?
I think it's easier because their parents teach them things when they grow up, so it's really off of what they learn. So even if their parents, their parents and then the parents, it just stems off of generations. So it's however you learn, then that's what goes on.
Okay, so basically whatever their environment was, whatever they seeing. Okay, I can definitely see your point in that. All right, Spaz.
What do I think? What's the question again?
So I'm gonna read the question again. Is relationships easier or harder in these day and age?
I think it's harder. Just because, like my little sis Yanni said, they lie, they cheat, and it's just when they feel like they're done with you, they're gonna go on and get attention from somebody else. So it's just it makes it harder for the person that you're with, because and nobody wants to talk about the problem. So I'll say it's hard, yeah.
Okay, so are you saying it's basically easier to run away from trying to build it and fix it?
Hell yeah, because people be wanting a relationship so bad on some stuff, but they never want to really sit down and talk about the problems that go on and really, try to fix things and be grown about the situation. But everybody wants a relationship.
Facts, because what's it called? For real, communication is key, but nobody want to communicate.
They always want to post some shit. Oh, I want a relationship, but never really want to show it like they really want it. So,
Okay. So do you think social media have a big influence on that?
Yes.
Social media, hell
yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes.
So do you think they're doing it for the clout?
Yes, because you could break up with a girl. Nobody gotta know you breaking up. They can go right to the lives and talk about their issues. Nobody need to know that. Nobody need to know that.
Oh, these kids is funny. So how I feel, so I'm gonna ask the same question to myself. Is relationship easier or harder in these days and age? I think it's harder in these times because it's a social media platform. Everybody want to be seen. They're out there for the fame. It's craziness. It's not about the love anymore. It's about being seen and what you can do or what you got. So I feel like it's harder. And there's a lot of females and male out there that go on these social medias and they'll be able to talk to many different people at the same time and be sneaky about it. So I feel like it's very harder in these days and time. When I was back in my days, you know, we didn't have social media like that. We did kind of, but it wasn't as big as now. So it was like more so if you caught your man cheating, it's because he was cheating with somebody in school or at a different school. And you know, where we come from, Boston, it's very close knit, so you're gonna know. So I feel like it's definitely easier back then than it is now. So guys, you guys did a great job with that question. Give y'all hands. All right. So the next question, still on relationship. Is it easier to stay in a long-term relationship? Why or why not? And we're gonna start off with Spaz.
Alright, I'm speaking for me because I can't really. Wait, can I speak for me or for everybody?
I would say basically speak for you. You can speak in general if you feel like that.
I'll speak for me. You said is it easier for long-term or short?
Okay, is it easier to stay in a long-term relationship? Why or why not?
In this generation, for me, it is not easier to stay in a long-term relationship because I feel like eventually it's like a pair of clothes. You wear it so much, you're gonna want to put on some new shit. You feel me? Like, you're gonna get, like, at the end of the day.
Where you learn that shit from?
Nah, like, also real shit. Like, at the end of the day, you feel me? That person is going to get tired of you and you're gonna want to move on. That's just that, you know?
Okay, Jazz.
I think it's easier to stay in a long-term relationship because it's just everybody in this whole world has their own soulmate. So like, if you really love that person, you find that person like that has the key to your heart, then it's gonna be easy and y'all just arrive together.
Facts. I love that. I like that. She's in a really long-term relationship, and I love that.
Facts.
Yanni.
Speaking for myself, big pimp over here. We don't do long-term relationship. No, I'm just playing. Nah, but for real though, like, I think it's like, no, I don't even have like if it's an easy or hard, to be honest. Like,
you're neutral?
Yeah, I'm neutral. Like,
okay.
if you really like that person, then you'll make it work. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. Like, for real.
I love that.
But sometimes, like, alright, so for Yanni's situation, I'm not gonna really get to in the details because, you know, but
it's not for everybody on the world yet.
But facts, like, sometimes at the end of the day, in Yanni's last relationship, she tried to fix something, but it's like at the end of the day, if that person wants to keep thinking about the past and not try to fix things, and you know, you just gotta move on, you know, things like that.
Okay, so I'm gonna touch on this topic, being the older one. I think I'm gonna side with, you know, the both of them, because if you really love somebody, you're gonna make it work regardless. You gotta understand, relationship comes with ups and downs. Just like life, it's a roller coaster. So you're gonna have your good time, you're gonna have the bad time. Can you stand the rain, or you only want to be with the sunshine?
Can you stand the rain?
Okay, so I feel like if you find that person that you know you cannot live without 24/7, you're dealing with them, you've been through ups and downs, and it's just something like you can't let go, I feel like work on it, because sometimes it's easier to work at it than just up and leaving. You got to understand everybody's different, so you don't know what their perception is. You can be in the same relationship and have two different tongue-tied. You can be in the same relationship and have two perspectives. You understand? You don't know what that person been through in their past life, or vice versa. So you just have to stick it out. If it's not working, I'd say give it a whole good old try. If it's not working, move on. There's many other people out there in the world. So, you know, give a round of applause for that one. So we're gonna switch it up a little bit. Next topic is music, guys. My kids love music. We are a music type of family. We stay blasting music, whether it's old school R&B to old school hip hop to new day and age hip hop and R&B. So we're just gonna get right into the topic. Is music better now or back in the days? So we're gonna start off with Jazz.
I feel like it's better back in the days because they had like a different type of vibe that no type of year had. Like it was 90s, even 80s, or like 2000s kind of. It's just better in general.
Okay. Yanni.
Music back in the day is definitely better than music now, because speaking just in the music industry alone, like Jasmine said, the vibe was immaculate.
It hit different.
Yeah, and plus back then, people nowadays make no sense. They make a song and they blow up for no reason. And you feel
I'm
me?
an island boy.
And you know, like back in the day, people made sense. People actually knew what they was talking about. And just the support back then was different too. Everybody was making music, and it was just good vibes. Like nowadays, music ain't. I don't even listen to nowadays music for real. People stuff on the radio I don't listen to because there's no point of that.
All right, Spaz.
Man, I gotta go back in the day. I got to, just because I don't know. Every time I took that car ride with my aunt, it was always that. Damn, like that's the y'all listen to when y'all, it was a good vibe. Like I just felt like I have an old soul in general.
Yeah,
I
do.
For me, I'll say back in the day.
Okay, so obviously, I'm gonna hit with the back in the days. I grew up on those types of music. I feel like the music had more soul to it. It had definitely a great vibe. Even when it was geared towards sexual stuff, it was not as explicit, but you can get that type of mystery around it. It wasn't just ass shaking or whatever the case may be, or just nonsense speaking. It was a vibe. So I definitely will go back in the day. So I think me and the kids all agree back in the days is a hit. Okay, so the next question is music influential now or back in the days? So we're gonna start off Stas.
I could say back in the day, because they're the one who, really started everything. A lot of people nowadays look up to people that's like Biggie, Tupac, because I know I look up to a lot of rappers from back in the day.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I look up to, people like Lil Wayne and things like that.
Definitely. Jazzy?
I say it's more influential back in the day because, like Spaz said, that's where it all started. Like the vibe, so they get their inspirations from like the day ones, basically.
Facts. Yanni?
Of course, I'm gonna go with back in the day because it's just like that's what, like they said, that's who started the whole thing. Everybody nowadays, music that's blowing up is literally a remix or anything that they done said already. Everything they doing now, they already did. So, they ain't making no new trends. They already did it.
And y'all already know my answer. It's definitely back in the days. Like, we even way back from mine, like back in the day. They basically paved the wave, to where the generation is now. So definitely I have to give it up for back in the days. And, good on that one. So the last topic we're going to touch on is lifestyle. Nowadays lifestyle is definitely totally different from when I was growing up to now. You see the definite change in lifestyle. So this is a really big one and it's a touchy one. Again, sorry, I'm apologizing here foremost if this is not to offend anybody. This is just our viewpoints on what we think, okay? So the question is, what's the difference between religion and spirituality? And I'm gonna start off with Yanni.
The difference between religion and spirituality is, religion, you have somebody you praise, or you have somebody you believe in. You feel me? Spirituality, on the other hand, you probably believe in yourself. You probably think you're the God, and like me, I'm more spiritual. than religious, because everybody got their own whatever they want to be. So religion and spirituality is literally like, you can't like compare the two. It's like hand to hand. You can't compare them because everybody has their own beliefs. So
that's true.
That's
true. Saz?
I would say the difference between religious and that's the answer, right?
Yeah, the question is, what's the difference between religion and spirituality?
I work. The difference really, like Lil Sis said, at the end of the day, when it comes to religion, you really believe in a God. You put your faith and your belief in a God. When spiritual, you believe in energy and you feel like you're the God and you try to build yourself and you really see what's going on in the world type stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Jazz?
The difference between religion and spirituality is religion, like you have someone that you call upon, like God or whoever you believe in.
Buddha.
Exactly. And spirituality is like they said, like you basically see yourself as a god, and like you're more into like the earth, plants, energy, basically like all of that within yourself.
Exactly. And obviously, the same thing, I'm gonna piggyback on what my kids said. Religion is more so churchy. You definitely have praising to a god, or you think about the devil, where spirituality is more of your frequency, raising your frequency, and more into nature, more into yourself, knowing yourself, the God that's within you. And there's duality, which is good and bad in you. So you want to raise your frequency to be the highest, like God. So that's where spirituality come from. And I was both. I was religious at first, Christian since I was born. And then I started learning spiritual. And I feel more comfortable. My soul resonated more comfortably with spirituality versus religious. And I'm gonna say it's a better change for me.
Heavy on it. I'll pray. Like I remember days, like my grandma used to say, "Oh, pray, you always get the answers." I swear to God, I remember praying all my life, and I'm still waiting for the answer, God. Like, you feel me? So, but when I got in the spiritual thing, I started working on, started focusing on myself, really trying to find myself, and I feel like I'm doing a lot better and getting a lot more blessings than praying to something that's not happening.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely I manifest more. I meditate more. It does give you a peace of mind. Definitely reading upon the stuff to just be a higher you, a better you. So I'm definitely agreeing with my kids on this one.
Let me just say something.
Of course.
For all the not woke people out here, praying is manifesting.
Yes. And we're not, we're not coming at nobody.
We're not coming at nobody.
If you pray. You know what I'm saying? It's all whatever you believe in. No one's here to stray you from your religion or anything like that. We're just showing you ours and what we do. But if you pray and you get your answers through that, then that's a great thing. Continue doing that. If you're spiritual, continue doing that. Don't let nobody stray you from your beliefs. And this is a wrap for today. Thank you guys so much. I'm happy to, introduce you to my family. And again, thank you. Subscribe down below. Leave a comment. Tap that post notification for your next uploaded video when I drop it. I see you next time.